So I've started recording now. So can I know us briefly before we go ahead? Mr. Andrew, can you tell us a little about yourself and your expectations for this training?
Okay. Uh, uh, what about me? Let me think. Sorry, the question hit me unaware. uh, I'm interested generally,
Okay.
interested generally, yeah, hardware, software, and going into programming too. But at the same time, I feel what is the use of knowledge if you cannot actually teach?
Yeah.
Not everything is about and I feel more teaching, more the more you teach, the more experience and the more exposed you get to
Yeah.
another new knowledge of that particular thing you know.
That's true. So your expectations for this training? What really captured your attention when you saw the flyer for this training? Okay, I think it's off now. Mr. Tolu, can you speak up? Can we hear from you?
So I think you're talking about me or
No,
someone else.
it's someone. I didn't hear from you again. I don't know whether it was a breakage of network or something.
Okay, okay, I think it's the network. I said I'm into tech.
Okay,
I
yeah.
do hardware, software, and into programming too.
Oh, great.
But majorly, I feel the more experience you get, the more you teach, you get much more opening
Yeah.
to exposure to new knowledge about the same thing you know. And maybe perhaps you get to know how to
Mm,
deliver some knowledge in a simpler
mm.
manner. So that's one reason why I feel signing up for this class might help me to not just keep to myself, but also to give to others and still earn on it somehow.
Okay, great. You're welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Yeah. So, Mr.
Thank you
Tolu,
very much.
it's going to be an interactive session. We're not going to waste a lot of time. I'm going to hit straight on the point. So, Mr. Tolu, can you hear me? Can you speak up? We want to hear from you, your name, where you're connecting from, and your expectation for this training. Oh, I can't hear him. Mrs. Cynthia, you're welcome. So, can we know you, your name, where you're connecting from, and your expectation for this training before we could start?
Okay, I'm Cynthia, calling from Delta State, Asaba precisely.
Okay. Your expectation for this training? Okay. It seems it's muted. All right. Let me share my.
The line network is not great.
Sorry. Can you come again?
I said my network is not great.
Okay. Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
I'll do something about
It's okay. It's okay. You're welcome. You're welcome to this training. I'm sorry, there are quite few here, and maybe later others will join. You know, when it comes to free stuff like this, a lot of people tend to decline. They feel it doesn't add values, but in one way or the other, you're going to learn. That's just the truth. You're going to learn one, two, three, or four things today. You cannot just waste your time and attend this class and go back with same. Yeah. Yes. So you're going to learn. I'm not going to hide anything here. I'm going to tell you step by step how I made it this far, how I got to where I am today, and where I'm heading to. There's nothing I'm gonna hide from you. Okay, so I will share my screen right now. I'll share my screen while we go through this together so you can really know me. Okay. Okay, so can we see my screen now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So we're going to look at briefly on the topic online tutoring training and development. That is why we are here. I'm sorry, I was supposed to edit this date. Okay, so forget about this date and look at the topic. Your focus is on the topic. So we're going to look at how to build a skill that makes you stand out and end. So who am I? First, you need to know your trainer. Okay, so not just an ordinary person will wake up to teach you this. So you really get to know about me. This is me and my family. So I am Roland Osogie Imabong. I'm a mathematics and a coding tutor with over 6 years of teaching experience. So Mr. Andrew, when I heard you mention about coding, that you have learned programming, I was so thrilled to hear about that, because there are actually opportunities where you can teach those skills online and you make money right from the comfort of your home here. So I am a mathematics and a coding tutor with over 6 years of teaching experience, including 4 years in the physical classroom and 2 years teaching online. So I currently work with 2 international tutoring companies based in Nigeria and the United States. So I deliver engaging and effective lessons from the comfort of my home while maintaining full control of my schedule. So this training marks my first official, this is actually my first official cohort building on prior one-on-one mentoring experience. So I am passionate about equipping others with the skills and strategies needed to grow from a local tutor into confident, globally relevant educator. Alright, so look at some things we are going to cover in this training. Though we may not actually cover all this today, but we are going to cover some part of this today, okay? Just to give you a clue of what the entire training looks like. So today we are going to look at how to teach effectively for day one. It's actually supposed to be an 8 days or 8 to 10 days training. So that's why I said we're going to cover some parts, we're going to touch some parts. Of course, we can't use one day to learn everything. Yes, that's just the truth. So how to teach effectively as an online tutor. All you need to know about resources dealing with clients and tutoring companies, interviews, brief introduction to online teaching. So how to use video conferencing tools such as Zoom to deliver quality instruction. Of course, we know that online teaching is done in a virtual class. It's not a physical class. It's a virtual classroom. So unlike a physical classroom where you use a classroom, a chair, no, students have their own seats, teachers have their own seats. So here we are using, our classroom is Zoom or Google Meet. That is our classroom. That's a virtual classroom. We use a Zoom or a Google Meet. So you are going to learn how to use these tools to deliver an engaging lessons. So we are still going to use Canva, learn how to use Canva to design lessons, and how to get a lifetime Canva Pro as an educator for free. That is one of the benefits in this course, in this training. And then foreign tutoring website processes to get your profile activated, demo classes and setting withdrawals, sample format of CV for online teaching. So those are the things we're going to be looking at in this training. Then exploring whiteboards to deliver instructions, and one of the majorly used whiteboard is Microsoft OneNote. Very important. As an online tutor, you need to know how to use your Microsoft OneNote. Very, very important. It's like your blackboard, the blackboard you use in the class. This one is a virtual whiteboard that you use. Okay, then gamified learning, that's what we call, as a teacher, that's what we call gamified learning. That is what you use to keep your students engaged. Your lesson should be there's a way you inculcate games into your lessons, and it makes the learner enjoy the lesson. Lesson should be fun. It's not something that should be rigorous. It's not something that should be training. It should be fun. So gamified learning is part of the skills you are going to learn in this training. There are websites that offer these games that align to the topic you are teaching a child. For instance, you are teaching a child polygon in mathematics, you are teaching a child polygon, or in English you are teaching a child prefixes and suffixes. So there are games after each topic. There are games that the child will play that will help the child to master that skill, to master that topic you have taught the child. We are going to introduce you to these powerful tools of engagement. There are numerous of them. There's a one we call word wall. There's another one that we call phonics and stuff. There's Twinkle. There's super teachers. There's a lot of them, and we're going to expose you to all this. Then another thing we'll be looking at is the assessment tools such as quizzes. Those are the tools you use to set questions for the children. You know, everything. We call it online teaching. So anything you do is online. We are not using the local method that you write question in paper or book, you snap and send to the child. The child finish solving and snap and send back to you. No, those are the local way of teaching online. This one is the 21st century ways of teaching online. So there are tools that you use to assess the child, okay, such as the quizzes, booklets, Google Forms and worksheets, using Twinkle gamified learning instruction, etc. Then we also do our micro teaching. Okay, we're going to do our micro teaching, another very important aspect, so that you make mistakes and I correct you. Everybody that goes through my training does their micro teaching, because after the micro teaching I'm going to give you links to jobs that you apply and get it. I'll guide you through the interview process and you get the job. So before we look at some part of this outline, what is this online training? Let's look at it in a more specific form. What is online training? Online tutoring. So imagine this. I'm sorry, let me try to minimize this. Okay. Hope you can see me well, see my screen well. So imagine this, you wake up early in the morning, no rushing, no traffic, no shouting in a noisy classroom. You know, I've been there, I've taught in a physical classroom, I've even collected award as the best innovative teacher or the teacher of the year. I've collected that award, but then what really brought me to online teaching, I was just tired of the classroom structure. You work like an elephant and you get paid as a peanut. Okay, the energy does not match with what you go home with. At the end of the day, a teacher cannot boast of 5,000 naira in a, or sorry, 500,000 naira in the account, 200,000 naira in the account. after a whole lot of work, you work from morning till night, okay? So no rushing, no traffic, no shouting in a noisy classroom. You open your laptop, your student is already waiting for you on the screen. You smile and say, "Good morning. Are you ready for today's lesson?" That is online teaching. That is online tutoring. Okay? Then my reality before, like I said, there was a time I had to wake up very early, rush to school, stand for long hours of teaching. This time, I'm married. I have 3 children. But before I quit physical classroom, I had 2 children. It was really bad. If you're a teacher here, you understand what I mean. Or even if you're not a teacher, or your mom is a teacher, or someone around you is a teacher, it's a terrible thing. You must be in school only before 7:30, and you're coming back very late in the evening, tired and stressed out. As a family person having children, I didn't even have time for my children. God, my children was going through a lot. Even in their school, the academic was suffering. My intelligent, bright children. One thing is to have a child in school and you entrust them in the hand of teacher, believing that the teacher will teach the child all things. Another thing is that as a mother, you need to develop time to train that child too. You add to the development of that child. You add to the intelligence of that child. You add to the smartness of that child. So me here, there was no time. I didn't have time to sit down. When they are writing tests, revise with them. Creating time, teach them. But when I quitted online, or a physical class, when I quitted a physical classroom, I went into online. My schedules are managed by me. I create time for my children. Now my children are among the top 3s in their classes. Last time, 2 of my kids in their different classes, they came out the best in mathematics. I said, yes, this is what I wanted. I can't be a math teacher and my child is not the best. It's not because they were not smart before. They were smart. They were among the best, the first 5, but I wasn't satisfied with that. They are supposed to be more than that, based on the background and everything. So this wasn't my fault. It's because of the structure of the work I was doing. So it was uncontrollable. So, but when I quitted my job, there was a whole lot of improvement in the life of my kids and even myself. There was no rush to school, no standing for long hours of teaching. In fact, after preparing my children, after school runs in the morning, when I come back from dropping them from school, I sleep for 2 hours. You see that my 2 hours sleep? Nobody, they mess with that 2 hours. From 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I'm sleeping. Nobody interferes with that time. When I wake up 10 o'clock, that's when I will now go through my class schedule for the day. Because before a day, I plan my schedule for that day. I have my availability calendar where I know the classes that I'm booked for. So, but you see, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, nobody tamper with that. But you dare not try that when you are working, when you are working in a private setting or you are working with someone. Do you get? So, no standing for hours of teaching. Follow strict schedules I didn't control. And at the end of the month, the income didn't match the effort. You see that? I knew something had to change. So this was my driving force. Something had to change. So what did I discover? Then I discovered something powerful. I could teach the same mathematics. I could impact students the same way. But this time from my home, with my laptop, on my own schedule. That was my introduction to online tutoring. So what is online tutoring in real life? Online tutoring is simply this: you teaching a student who is not physically with you. That's number 1. Using your laptop, internet, and simple tools. These tools, you don't just wake up and start using them. You need to be trained on how to use them. For the fact that you are the best teacher offline does not mean that you will be the best teacher online. The best offline teacher can be the worst online teacher if you don't learn how to use these skills. So connecting through video, audio, or even chat. No classroom walls, no location limits, just you, your knowledge, and your students. Hope you are with me. If you are with me, say yes. Are we together? Let me know that I'm not talking to myself. Are we together?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. So, someone is raising up their hand. Someone, Mrs. Tolupe, you can speak. Oh, you're raising up your hand. You have a question, Mr. Tolu. You have a question. You are raising up your hand. Okay, let's continue. So, what changed for me with online tutoring? I gained control of my time. I reduced stress. I started earning better, far better. Huh. God, I work with students beyond my location, and most importantly, I realized teaching can be freedom, not frustration. Teaching is not frustration, it's freedom. That is how it is meant to be. Kai, when I started teaching those international students, God, I was so amazed. I became so amazed. Why? Because teaching is now enjoyable. You don't stress. Like the company where I currently work, the international company, I'm going to tell us the name of the company. You can go through it yourself. This company is not stressful to teach or to work with them at all. Each student have their own teaching resources. You go to each student profile. You have access when you are employed. You have access to their retool platform. It's like a student portal. You have access to it. So each student have their own resources. You go there, pick the resources, go through it. That's the teaching resources. Math or English, a particular topic, they have already prepared the lesson down for you. You are not preparing any lesson. They've already prepared the lesson. Pick the resources, go through it. Maybe an hour before the class, 30 minutes before the class. It's very simple. You go to the resources, then go to your class and you hit the nail. Come out. After 1 hour, your $8 is sure. So, what about you? Imagine yourself teaching from your room, earning in naira or even dollars, having time for your family, no longer depending on one school job. This is not a dream. This is what online tutoring makes possible. Yes, it is very possible. And one good thing about it is that anybody can teach online. Anybody can teach online. You must not be a graduate. You must not be educationist. You must not study education. I was amazed when during my interview process with this company. I work with two companies. I'm going to tell us a company. I'm going to show us here. So I was amazed after my interview session with them. In fact, sorry, during my interview session with them, because in the interview room, you are not the only one there. There are other people that they are interviewing. So I met an undergraduate. I met an NYC holder. The undergraduate I met was in year 2. Agricultural science. She was studying agricultural science. And she's coming to teach English. So it's not about what you really studied, but what you can do. Choose the grade level you are comfortable teaching. You must not teach the higher grade levels. Pick a niche, the area you know you are good at. Oh, I can teach mathematics to a grade 3 child, grade 3 to grade 6. Almost everybody can do that. Or I can teach English to grade 3 to grade 6. Build on that. There are English resources online. Get yourself equipped. That is the essence of this training. Then you go all out there and apply for jobs or even build your own. There are two ways of working, teaching online. Either you build your own online tutoring business, because this is actually the business part of education, not that professional one that you will go out and go and sit down in the class and be watching and go and be sitting with students, teaching them from morning to evening. That one is not the business part. That's not the one you will make money. The business part is this online. I know a lot of tutors that are going home with less than ₦1 million, more than ₦1 million, sometimes more than 2 million naira or more than 3 million naira, depending on how you position yourself. And you must start from somewhere and grow. You don't just jump to go and make 3 million. It's not possible. You must grow. So either you start on your own, advertising yourself on social media, branding your business. Oh, this is Andrew's math lab. This is Andrew's English lab. You start advertising yourself. You will have one student. From one student, you build on that. People will start contacting you. I know the first contact I had for a coding class, I got it from my LinkedIn account. I advertised myself. I was during a long holiday. I started advertising this in July, August of the year that we're about that will soon enter. You know that's the longest holiday we have during school sessions. So I advertised myself because I had just finished teaching coding and I needed students. Started advertising. Before you know it, people reach out to me. Ah, you are not teaching coding. I've heard about this thing. Some people did not even know about it. I convinced them. Thus, I started having coding students. I started building my online presence. People were contacting me for coding classes. Those ones are the ones you build on your own. You are not working under anybody. You are in control of your time, everything. And there's another one that you work under, tutoring companies. These ones, they stand as middlemen. They already have the students. You don't need to advertise to get students. Do you get? You already have students. So what they do, they match you with the students. They pay them and they pay you. They can pay them up to $20. They will come and pay you $5. That is it. It's not your business. It's not your business how much they pay them. Your own is that you are working for them. They are like agency. So you are working for them and they pay you based on what they agree to pay you. Like the one I work in Nigeria, the company I work in Nigeria, they pay me one-on-one class. It's 5,000 naira per child, per dollar, 5,000 naira per hour. That's what they pay for one-on-one class. Then for multiple class, like for more people class, not one-on-one, for group class, they pay 8,000 naira per hour. So you're working for 30 minutes, 8,000 naira divided by 2, that's 4,000 naira per hour. If you can work up to 5 hours a day, 4 hours a day, all depends on you. If you don't even work for, you don't want to work for that day, no problem. They won't pay you. So all the times, all the hours you have worked for the whole month, they will now calculate and pay you by the end of the month. Very, very reliable. Like they must pay you what you have worked for. So I always advise tutors, you can start with, after learning the skills, you can start with applying for those tutoring companies, work with them and see how it is. Okay, so what's next? No longer depending on one school job. This is not a dream. This is what online tutoring makes possible. Yes. So the truth you need to know is that online tutoring is not a magic. I've mentioned that before. It's not a sharp, 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 I want to make millions now. I remember the Nigerian company where I worked, the first month, it was about 180,000 naira I was able to gather for that first month. Second month, it increased to 280. Third month, that was how it kept increasing. Because when you just come, they will not rely on you and be packing children and be giving you. They want to see whether you can deliver first. They place you on probation. They will not give you many students like that. But as you grow with them, they will start giving you more students. That's why when I started with one, I looked for another one to complement because I was not having more students as much as I wanted. Because me with Nigerian mentality, I've already calculated that at least I want to be working 6 hours a day. I've calculated myself. In a month, I don't want to earn less than 600,000 to 700,000. You know, but when I started, it was not like that. I noticed you have to grow with time. So it is not magic. It requires skill, patience, consistency, willingness to learn. But once you get it right, it can change your life. That is the truth. You are not just teaching subjects, you can also teach skills. In fact, skills are even more expensive. Yes. Like there was one company I was working with, e-tutors. So the reason why I left e-tutors, they did not have more students. They just opened newly, so they are trying to grow. Okay, so I left them because me, I needed money. I cannot start and be growing your company with you. After growing, I'll come and work again. So the e-tutors, I noticed that their coding courses were more expensive than the normal classroom courses. Okay, that the normal classroom subjects like mathematics, English, biology, physics, and chemistry. Those ones were at a flat rate price, but coding and maybe graphic design, those ones were more expensive. So you can teach those skills too. You can apply and teach those skills online if you have those skills, like what Andrew said. Okay, so let's proceed. So what's the final thought? Online tutoring is more than teaching. It is a skill, it is an opportunity, it is a new way of living. And in this training, I will show you exactly how to start. Yes, it's not a magic, it's reality. So there are online tutoring platforms that I want us to go through it ourselves. I'm just going to try to go through one here. We have Preply, HiPrep, Papaya, eTutors, Tutoria, Cambly, etc. There are plenty. This is a picture of me teaching in one of these platforms. I was teaching in Papaya. Okay. If you notice, the background of this my image is showing we know that Papaya is purple. So when you go to that website, read about them, you will know why they came up with this name, Papaya. There's a reason behind the name Papaya. So this is their background in their platform. When you are teaching in their platform, this is their background. Okay, so this is me and my United States student. The student is from one Lewis Middle School in the United States. Okay, so I got that link from Papaya. Then I also work with HiPrep. These are the two companies I work with, HiPrep and Papaya. Okay, so but before we end this, I think I should just quickly, okay, let me show you this first before I go back to that. We're going to explore Preply. Let me show you something about how to set up your account in Preply and what it looks like to be a tutor on Preply. Are we together? If you are with me, please thumbs up, react to my voice now. I want to see a thumbs up if you are with me.
Yes, I am. It's just that the network is not so clear. I get it.
Yes, I
I'm not saying
can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I'm not seeing
Yes,
your screen.
Really?
I
See,
hear you.
is it the same thing with you, Cynthia? You cannot see my screen. Can you see my screen, Cynthia? Her network is so bad. When did it happen?
Yes, it is.
You would have spoken up now. If you can't see my screen, you speak up so I will confirm. Mr. Tolu, can you see my screen?
Okay. Network. No. No.
Mr. Tolu, you cannot see my screen.
Please, I can't. No, I can't see the screen.
Ah, God.
You-
So I've been
I
talking to.
cannot see.
I've
The
been.
network on, I believe, is from my end.
It should be from you guys' side though. My screen is showing here well. But let me stop presenting and start presenting again. Okay. Let me share it again. It should be you guys' network. Because I'm using a router. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, see it now.
You can see it now.
I still can't see. Let me
Hi.
go up.
Go
Okay,
out. Okay. Mr. Andrew, go out.
I can see it now.
Okay, so if you're not able to see it
Right
before,
now.
you'd have told me. Oh, please, if at
I
any
thought it was just an audio
no, 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 no,
present,
I was sharing my
but it has
screen.
gone off.
I was I was sharing my
Signal.
screen since.
Thank you.
Where do I start from now?
It has gone off again.
It should be your network. Mr. Tolu, are you still seeing it? Cynthia, are you still seeing it?
Yes,
Okay, so
your
Mr.
screen now. I can.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, so Mr. Andrew is from your end. Come, please. 1 minute, please. So I was saying this is a picture of me and my student in the diaspora. These are two companies where I teach. These are the list of online tutoring platforms. Preply, HiPrep, Papaya, eTutors, Tutora, Cambly, etc. The two where I work with is the second and the third one, HiPrep and Papaya. So I will take us through Preply and show us how a tutor profile should look like. But before then, I want to quickly show us this. Can you see my screen? Let me increase this. The Papaya where I worked, they pay in dollars. And their recruitment is coming up by August. I'm actually preparing some persons that will be applying for my paid mentorship sessions for this specific job. I will hold your hands till you get this job. Look at the pay. I'm zooming it so you can see it. Oh, Andrew, you can't still see my screen. This is really bad. That means you will
No,
listen.
no, no, no. Can't see it anymore.
You can't see it anymore. Mr. Tolu, how about you? Mr. Tolu, how about you? Is you guys network or it's not my network? Ah, God. It's showing here. It's showing right here.
I could see the screen, but can't see it anymore. I'm still moving.
It's your network. Let me stop sharing and reshare again. It's your network.
To see the screen again. I can't seem to see the screen again.
I just stopped sharing. I want to reshare again since others were not seeing it. Can we see it now? Can we see it now?
No, no, I can't.
Can you see it? I still can't. Ah,
No, not yet.
oh God. It's you guys network. Oh, it's showing, and you guys will play the recording. I'll send the recording. You watch the recording. Just listen to me because we're almost done. We're not much here. I don't want to prolong the class. Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right. You get access to the video later. Okay. So I was actually sharing a screenshot of what these tutoring companies are paying me. $8 per hour. And if you are based in the Asia, Africa, and other countries, of course we're in Africa, Then those that are based in US, they pay them $15 per hour. So calculate how much you can make in a month. Tutors normally go home with look at this, like this is what I was paid last month, about $573. So, and see what it looks like to be booked a class with them. They will send the class directly to your Google Meet. Okay, so this is what it looks like to be an online tutor. I'm showing you this evidence to tell you that it is possible to be one. It is possible. You can teach online. You can teach online. So I was saying I will go back to Preply, but obviously as you guys cannot see my screen, I can't walk us through Preply now. So what I want you guys to do, go over to, take note of this tutoring platform: Preply, Hyper, Papaya, eTutors, Tutorial, Cambly. Go and research about them on your own. Go and check what we mean by demo video. There are tutors there. Almost all of them attached their demo video, introductory video, to their dashboard. Each tutor has an introductory video. So go and look at it and see what we mean by introductory video. So with this little information I've shown you, you can check out on how to sign up as a tutor. You can do all these things on your own. Okay, or if you want my paid mentorship session, I can guide you. This is what you are going to learn from my paid mentorship session: how to teach online professionally, how to find international tutoring jobs, how to pass demo classes, like that international job I told you guys about that is coming up by August. It's a short job, like it's a short international job. So if it's something you would like to be part of, I already have a May cohort ongoing. I'm training about 22 people currently, those that subscribe for May cohort. After the May, we're going to conclude by the end of May. I'm going to have June cohort. So if you're interested to subscribe to it, you can be part of that training. So we are starting June 1st to June 30th. After that training, I can confidently beat my chest that, oh, this person can apply for this job and get it. I will guide you through how to apply, how to answer the interview sessions, how to, set up your tutor profile, and everything on how to land that job. It's a short job that there's no how you land it, your life will not remain the same. That's the truth. So I will not charge you 300,000 naira, I will not charge you 400,000 naira, because I know you will make a lot of money there. Even if you don't want to work in that particular one, I can also, after training you, you can apply to other ones like a high prep, Preply, eTutors, Tutorial. You can apply to those ones and you still get the job. But this international one is a special package. So now, what does the training entails? For people with computer skills: full online tutoring training, access to training resources, practical guidance and support. You are going to pay only 60,000 naira. Only 60,000 naira. Then for those without computer knowledge, that is for those without computer background, this is, you are going to learn everything in package one, like it's the full training. Then step-by-step support for beginners, extra computer guidance and basic tech training, because here I'm going to be teaching you everything: copy and paste, how to use your Google Drive, how to use your Canva, set up your LinkedIn account. So I'm going to teach you everything. If you don't have basic computer knowledge, I'm charging you, my training fee is 100,000 naira, but with basic computer knowledge it's just 60,000 naira. Then the last package is the optional premium offer. If you like, you can subscribe to that. If you don't like, after the 60K training, you can walk away with the skill and apply to those online tutoring platforms. I will ensure I give you the sample CV I use to get my own job. The sample CV, my introductory video, how I answer the interview questions. I will give you everything you need to pass those interviews. So, but this other one is optional international job support package for serious participants who want extra support securing international tutoring jobs. This international job I'm telling you guys about that pays $8. If you want this one after you have finished training you, by August, when the recruitment open, you can pay additional 50,000 naira. That one is for me to guide you on the interview process. It's a 7-step interview. You will not just employ you. You wake up from nowhere and they will just employ you, give you the job. You must have what it takes for them to give you the job. Okay, it's a 7-step interview, from one step to another, one step to another. 7 before you can pass, before you can beat your chest that you have gotten the job. And I'm going to guide you on how to get the documents you will need after getting the job. There's some documents you will submit before you can start collecting schedules for your teaching. Remember, an hour is $8. If you work for 6 hours a day, let's assume it's 6 hours you can give. Some Nigerians stay there up to 10 hours. Some even work up to 12 hours. But me as a family person, I don't work more than 6 hours a day. Imagine 8 times 6 in a day. How much is that? 8 times 6, that's about $48. Convert it to naira. Then multiply it in a month. That's a whole lot of money. That's a whole lot of money. Okay? So you think about it. If it is something you want us to do, this training, we have a structured training. Only one day cannot guide us. But then, if you want to navigate online teaching yourself, your own way, you can actually do it yourself. Yes, you can do it yourself and you will still make it, though it will take you a long time. So my training will help you. It will take you a short time to be able to grab everything what it will take you to land your first tutoring job that pays you either in naira or in dollar. So the choice is yours. We're going to stop here for today. You decide to be part of the mentorship session, or you go on your own, go through this website I've given you guys for free and see how to build up your own tutoring dashboard to get clients. I wish you good luck, and if my training is what interests you, you send me a DM. Thank you. Any question? We have only 1 minute to go.
Thank you so much, mom. Thank you, mom.
You're welcome. All right.